The transition of Genghis Khan's army from nomadic raiders to masters of siege warfare represents one of the most ruthless and strategically brilliant pivots in military history. Forged in the open plains, the Mongols were a force defined by the speed of the wind, utilizing light cavalry and hit-and-run tactics that left their enemies disoriented. However, when they reached the formidable walls of Zhongdu, Beijing, the great Khan realized that speed alone could not topple stone. To conquer the Jin dynasty, his men had to adopt the guile of the wolf, shifting their focus from lightning strikes to the slow, calculated suffocation of a walled metropolis. This evolution was fueled by the intellectual spoils of war. Genghis Khan recruited Chinese engineers who had defected, leveraging their specialized knowledge to build a sophisticated arsenal that the Mongols had never before possessed. Under this expert guidance, the Mongol camp became a factory for devastation, producing catapults, portable defenses, and battering rams. These tools turned Beijing into a massive prison. By blockading the city and severing all supply routes, the Mongols allowed famine to do the work that arrows could not, watching from their camps as thousands within the city walls perished from starvation. When the time for the final assault arrived, Genghis Khan utilized a psychological framework of absolute extremes: total mercy for those who surrendered and total annihilation for those who offered struggle and dissension. To minimize the loss of his veteran Mongol warriors, the Khan implemented a chillingly pragmatic tactic. He forced captured prisoners to form the vanguard of the attack, pushing the heavy siege engines into the lethal range of the city's defenses. These captives served as a human shield, absorbing the initial wave of casualties and clearing a path for the Mongol elite through the killing zone. The defense of Beijing, however, was no simple feat. The Chinese possessed a military technology that remained, in many ways, superior to the Mongols' new tools. They responded to the siege with a terrifying array of incendiary and chemical weapons. From the ramparts, they unleashed bombs filled with molten metal, crude oil, toxic chemicals, and even excrement to spread disease. The air was filled with a ferocious, toxic bombardment designed to break the will of any army. Yet, Genghis Khan remained unmoved by the carnage. Despite the horrific nature of the Chinese defenses and the high cost of life among the prisoner-led front lines, he maintained a relentless pressure. This combination of borrowed engineering, psychological terror, and the cold-blooded sacrifice of captives eventually breached the defenses of one of the world's most advanced civilizations, cementing the Mongol Empire's reputation as an unstoppable force.